Hey, what's up, guys? So this is the season finale of Real Paranormal Stories. So in 5 weeks, season 4 will already begin. Everybody has been telling their creepiest experiences to me. I've been doing the same as well. And I've already written down every single experience I'm going to talk about in season 4 and season 5. But the last 5 episodes of season 5 are going to be very, very, very special to go on the milestone of 5 seasons. So, yeah. So, this paranormal experience is just my fiance and I. So, her and I one night, this is not even a week ago, this is probably 4 days ago at best. And we decided, you know what, I had not been really listening to her at all. I have been a bad fiance because I've been caring about my businesses and all that stuff too much. I haven't taken a break. It has been since May of 2018 since I last took more than 2 days off. In between August till this last week, I took no more than half a day off. So I needed to change, and so it had been about a year and a half since her and I were FaceTiming, and a lot of that has to do with me, but since she graduated, now I'm a senior, but I'm going one more year for my master's, and I'm going to be graduating in January of next year, 2020. But she's already graduated, and she, her old coach for cheerleading decided, hey, we're going to open a new facility in the state that she goes to college at, or went to college at. And they're going to turn that into the new cheerleading facility, and he wanted her to run part of it. And she was like, sure, because if she didn't do that, she was going to go probably cheer for a sports team or something like that. But she loved the coaching aspect, because much of her senior year she was the top dog and more of a mentor towards the freshmen and the sophomores. And she loved that, so she decided, you know what, I want to make a career out of teaching kids from 8 all the way up to 18, cheerleading, the aspects and all that stuff, some of the hardships as well. I mean, she's messed up her hamstring about, on her right leg at least, about 4 or 5 times just on her right leg. Probably another 3 on her left leg. Sprained her ankle about 3 times, so she can't really, she's already lost. I mean, she's turning 23 this year. I mean, we're only a month apart. I was born in August, she was born in September. So she is going to be 23, but with my back, when I slipped on the ice in 2011, when I was just 15, I suffered permanent nerve damage. Not in the way where I can't move. I can move like anybody else. It's just that I cannot, if I'm right here, if I sit down. So when I was recording, I recorded for, at the very most, 45 minutes. About every 20 minutes I have to get up because I start getting in a lot of pain, and the doctor didn't care at all. he cared more about why am I not going to school, why I couldn't go to school, to public school. I ended up doing homeschooling for the remainder of between sophomore to senior, and then I took classes online for college. But this time when I do my master's, I want to go out there and meet everybody, and get some of the college experience, at least for my last year in college. But I, as soon as I'm done with getting my master's degree, I'm going right back to college again to learn horror. There's this thing in, I think, New York, or it's either in New York or I know it's East Coast State, and you can learn about horror. It's like the Institute of Horror or something like that. You get to learn from experts of authors, movies, TV shows, short films, and all that stuff. So that's going to be kind of cool. And that's a 1 to 2 year course. And then I plan on doing folklore and urban legends, because I love those. But this is more international urban legends, which is really, really cool. But yeah, the doctor didn't care. And because he didn't, he cared more about me not going to school. And the reason why I couldn't go to school is because one time in class, because the doctor refused to give me medicine. He was like, no, I'm not giving you medicine unless you go to school. So I was like, okay, I will prove to you. You want me to prove to you? So I don't regret this to this day. I don't. But I went to school. When I was walking to school, it hurt so bad. There was, at its very worst, there would be 3-4 days where going to the bathroom was difficult. And so I went to school. Because of the seats at the school, I was crying because I was in so much pain. It's the only time I've ever cried at school. And everybody in the class had been in my class for several years. There was the class I was in, I started crying. All my classmates I had class with in 7th and 8th grade, which is kind of cool that everybody went to basically the same high school. And I was crying, and everybody felt bad because they had never seen me cry before. And I was in so much pain that the nurse said what's wrong, and I explained to her. She says that's not right. So we went to the school. I got notes from the nurse, all the teachers, all from my classmates as well, saying that what you're doing is wrong. And I said that when I become rich, when I graduate from high school, graduate from college, I'm going to come back here and throw it in your face. Because you, sir, do not deserve to be a doctor. And then I left. That was the last time I ever trusted a doctor ever again. So, yeah. But back to... So, yes. So she's had this... the cheerleading thing for almost a year now. May will be a year that she's been at this facility. The day after she graduated, she got here. By the time August, the facility was all complete, and she was teaching classes. So, but ever since then, we have not FaceTimed together. It's been just with the group. So, we decided that we are going to FaceTime together, just the two of us. We started at 1 o'clock. It's just 4 days ago. Started at 1 p.m. and we didn't stop till around 2 or 3 a.m. It was really fun. It was 12 to 13 interrupted hours. There was only one time where FaceTime wasn't on. And it was fun as hell. But from 1 to 6, everything was fine. So we got off because we both wanted to take a shower. So I took a shower, she took a shower, she got something to eat, I decided to get something. So I get on FaceTime, she gives me the notification that, hey, you want FaceTime, so I go ahead. soon as FaceTime comes on, I see a shadow behind her, which scared me because why would there be a shadow behind you? Let alone how damn big this freaking shadow was. It was freaking huge. It was as if like, I don't know, a 7-foot basketball player was behind you. It was so freaking big. And so I'm like, there's a shadow behind you. And she says, what? She turns around, there's nothing there. So we both thought at first it was a glitch. That's what we thought at first. So I'm like, okay, I'll turn off FaceTime. I'll start the app over again, and then we can just continue. So simple as that, right? So I turn back on the FaceTime. As soon as it goes on hers, I see it again, right behind her. So she turns around, and now she sees it. So she freaks out. She jumps out of her chair, and it just stands there. Nothing. It's just standing there. So she's looking at this thing, and I'm looking at this thing, and then it moves. It moves by her door. She has her FaceTime on, so she turns the FaceTime over, and now we're looking at the shadow, and then it disappears. So we look everywhere. We look outside if maybe it's like one of the street lights reflecting off of someone like walking their dog or something like that, but nothing. She has curtains over the windows and all that stuff, and the only light is from basically her phone and her 2 lamps. She has a lamp right next to her bed, and then one next to her desk. Don't know what the hell that was. I think that was Aston. I don't know what the hell his problem is. He itches himself, and then he yelps, and I'm like, why are you doing it if it hurts you? I don't understand that, but I still love him. But so it disappears. So she's trying to recreate it. I say some things on what it could be. She says some things, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. When she tries to recreate it herself with the lamp, and it doesn't even get close to the size, and it doesn't disappear. It's there. The shadow disappeared once it got to the door. So it wasn't the closet door, it was the door to go outside her room. So she goes outside her room. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs, get something to drink. So she goes, and then she just stops. She's like, oh crap. And she's like, I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? What's going on? And she says, look. And she turns the phone around, and it's the shadow. So she goes to it. It disappears. And when she looks, when she goes into the kitchen, it's right there. And then she quickly gets her drink, runs back in the room. Shadow's right there, basically blocking her way from her getting into her room. So she just goes right through it. And it's this brush of cold air, and then that's it. So very weird, very creepy, but also pretty cool because it happened to the both of us. So that's it. So for the next 4 weeks, you're gonna get recaps and then what to expect for season 4, and then in 5 weeks, season 4 will begin. So that's it. So make sure to like, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.